Today we are talking all about tightening, toning, and strengthening the core. Hello, it's Zoe here from Yoga Burn, and I am so happy to be here with you this morning to share with you my 3 top tips to help slim, trim, and tighten the core and the waist, because this is a common question that I receive all the time. Zoe, I am working hard, I am doing my best, but I'm just not getting results when it comes to my waistline or flattening my belly. What can I do? And I am here to offer you and share with you 3 of my best tips that have made all the difference in the world for myself and so many women in our community. So as we're going along here and I'm sharing these tips with you, please do hit the like button and make sure you share this video if you find it helpful. And let's go ahead and get into these tips right now, because I think you are absolutely going to love them. So tip number 1 kind of relates to this video because I am up and at 'em first thing this morning, and that is to do your workouts in a fasted state first thing in the morning. And many studies have shown that this can make all the difference when it comes to helping the body to utilize our stored fat as a form of energy, because we don't have food in our bodies, right? So we're not relying on the food that we've eaten to give us the energy. Hormonally, the body then has to get that energy from somewhere, and that can help us when it comes to releasing that little bit of weight, especially from the core. Also, it feels best to do your movements, your yoga practice, your exercises when you're not working on digesting food in your tummy, right? I mean, those twists and bicycles, all of those movements feel so much better when you don't have a full belly. And I know it's not ideal for all of us to get up first thing in the morning, but do try. And if you do struggle with it, just try to do your workouts at least 3 hours after eating anything, so that you're more in that fasted state, right? Ideally, we're not gonna eat something and then an hour later be doing our workout. Try and work that little window of fasted time to help increase our fat burning, which is key when it comes to slimming and trimming and flattening the waist. So that is tip number 1. Moving right along is tip number 2. Tip number 2 is working actually the deep muscles within your core. So a lot of us end up working the rectus abdominis, which is the most superficial layer of our core, the one on the outside. This is the one that those crunches work. And while crunches do have their place when it comes to strengthening the core, there is so much more that goes into an effective core sculpting routine than just those simple crunches. For that very reason, they just work the superficial layer and they don't work the TVA or transverse abdominis or the internal or external obliques or the muscles in the back that are also so important when it comes to that 360-degree targeted tightening and toning and strengthening of the core that we're looking for. So a great example of this is a plank. A plank pose is a great exercise to throw into your routine to help target those deeper muscles of the core, to help that cinch in of the waist and the flattening of the belly. In fact, I have put together a 15-minute follow along from home core sculpting routine that really helps you and walks you through how to target all the muscles of the core so we can get those results that we're looking for. So be sure to tap the link around this video if you haven't yet, so I can walk you through that little routine on the next page. I think that you will absolutely love it. Because it's there's so much more to it than just doing those crunches. And really, crunches are not great for our posture either. They're not great for our back or our neck. There is so much more that you can do in an effective way, in a targeted way, to help you get those results than crunches. So make sure you head on over there after my last tip, because the last tip is probably the most important, and I'm gonna hit you with it right now. So tip number 3, when it comes to targeting, toning, and slimming the core and the waist, is all about cardio. We know the dreaded cardio. I mean, some of us are spending hours every week on long, boring cardio sessions. And if you love it and you want to keep doing it, that's totally cool. But if not, then I'm really excited to share with you a very innovative style of cardio that is great for helping us in the most efficient, effective, and fun way to release some weight and help get that slimming effect that we're after when it comes to our midsection. And I'm sure you've heard of HIIT. If you haven't, it's high intensity interval training. And what we've done here at Yoga Burn is add on something to make it even more targeted and effective when it comes to sculpting the waist. So we have high intensity interval abdominal training. And that is a style of cardiovascular work that we have at the end of that little routine I was talking about to make sure that you're still working the core and helping with that fat mobilization so that we can really get those targeted results and those targeted, noticeable, things that we can see the change happening. And the awesome news is it's only 4 minutes of your day, this little section of cardio. A great example of one of these moves is the squat to twist. Now, this movement looks really simple, but just that twist where you're driving the knee up and rotating through your core really helps to target this area. But at the same time, we're burning a ton of calories. We're getting big full body movements that are helping to sculpt, tighten, and tone the entire body and are great hormonally, because the thing is, those long cardio sessions that we could do on an elliptical or a treadmill or going out for a run can in fact spike our cortisol level, which is a stress hormone. And when we spike that hormone, it's also spiking our fat storing hormone as well. So that cortisol, we want to keep that low. So studies have shown that it's helpful to do that little HIIT routine. And of course, we've added on the extra abdominal work to that so that you're not spiking that stress hormone by doing long cardio. And I mean, most of us do not have the time to be doing that either. So there it is, my top 3 tips. Make sure that you head on over to the next page. So now is the time, if you haven't already, tap the link around this video, head on over to the next page and check out my 15-minute total core sculpting routine that has all of these tips ingrained into the very core and foundation of these movements, of these exercises, so that we don't need to waste any more time. And the last thing I want is for you to continue being frustrated. I am here to help you and back you up and empower you with the knowledge to make the right choices and have a fun, effective workout that you can do right from home or a rooftop patio or anywhere you are. So go ahead and tap the link if you haven't already. Please do like and share this video if you found it helpful, and I can't wait to see you on the next page. Have an absolutely awesome day. Big hugs. Love you. Bye-bye.